Thank you so much, CTR Media Network, Dr. Tina Ramsey, along with the staff of CTR Media Network and all of the podcasters that have programs featured on CTR Media Network. I'm Kim Jacobs, the host of The Kim Jacobs Show, and we're bringing balance to the world one household at a time. It is such an honor and a privilege to be able to be associated with Dr. Tina Ramsey and her program with CTR Media Network. They go over and beyond the call of duty and do exceptionally well when it comes to the podcasters. I'm saying things that are like, ooh, mind-blowing. They are exceeding our expectations, and I cannot be more grateful and more thankful. So I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you for all of your professionalism, your consideration, going the extra mile to make sure that your podcasters have what we need to be able to have a thriving program and to get exposed to over 350 million households, 46 countries. I am excited to be a part of CTR Media Network, and I don't take it for granted. Thank you, Dr. Tina Ramsey, for all that you do. God bless you.
All right. Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic morning. We are going to jump right into the topic because I know that you are commuting to work in school or maybe getting your day started at home. And we're going to talk about this little thing called overcoming procrastination. I believe that this is something that everyone faces in their life at some point. I don't know anyone that has not procrastinated at some point. It's just some of us, we do it a little too much, a little too often. And so this morning, we're going to talk about, for morning motivation, about tackling this procrastination. It's something that, like I said, we all struggle with from time to time. We're going to learn how we can stop putting things off and start taking action towards our goals. But before we get started, we're going to talk about what really is the definition of procrastination. And so procrastination is delaying tasks that need to be done, often because they feel overwhelming, boring, or difficult. Did you hear those three things? Procrastination is delaying tasks that need to be done, often because they feel overwhelming, boring, or difficult to do. So when you're trying to overcome this procrastination, it's about finding ways to take action, even when you don't really feel motivated to do it. Okay. And so, and I never really even thought about those three things, but those are really like the three barriers that really is the culprit of procrastination: overwhelming, boring, or difficult. And I to think about it with myself, every time I procrastinated on something, it was either I was overwhelmed by it, it was just completely boring, or I found it very difficult. It pushed me against my norm. And that's why I didn't do it, or I was slow to doing it. So now that we understand what procrastination is, what are some tips? I'm gonna give you 3 tips on how you can understand procrastination. Tip number 1, you can identify the root cause and why you're avoiding this particular task. Is it too hard? Like I said, is it boring? Do you fear failure? What is the root cause of why you are procrastinating on this particular task? So you're going to have to do some little inside soul searching to figure out why you're doing it. Tip number 2, break your tasks into smaller, manageable steps to make them less intimidating. Many times it's not that it's the task itself, it's how many tasks within that one task that you have to do. For example, you may have, like for podcasting, I'm gonna give you an example with podcasting. If podcasting is more than just clicking the record button, if you have a guest, you have to prepare that guest for the show. You have to send out emails. You have to send out links. You have to create graphics. You have to do a social media campaign to put out the information. Then you have to turn around and stream it if you're streaming on social media. And then if you are not just streaming on social media, you're streaming on podcasting platforms, and you got to upload your podcast to the podcasting platforms. If you're on TV, then you got to upload all your content to go on all the TV. If you have an app, you got to make sure it's co-connected so that when you upload it to TV. It's going to go to your apps as well, or is you going to individually add it on to the apps? Okay, that's just pre-show. That's all you got to do for pre-show. And then post-show. Then after that, you still got to do email campaigns, letting your base know all about this particular person that's coming on your show. And then it's cross promotion. If you're working with other media places, putting your content on those outlets so other people can see that's not in your network. So when you think about podcasts, it's not just clicking the record button. That's just like one of the smaller tasks of the whole thing, right? I think I just need to do a whole video just talking about podcasting one day, because many people start podcasting thinking it's going to be easy, and they start quickly and they end quickly because they realize it's not that easy. Okay. And so, like I was saying, when you see all the tasks that you have to do for one podcast episode, it could literally get so intimidated, so overwhelming, so stressful that you decide, I'm not even going to do the episode. Okay. So think about what it is, because it's not so much the task, it's the task along with all the little mini little things that you have to do in order to complete that one task. So figure that out and then break it down in smaller steps so that you can be able to manage that better so that you will not procrastinate. And so what I do, I have certain things that I do every day when prepping for a release of a podcast TV show episode. So I don't do all of it in one day. It's just too much to do in one day. So I will break it down in about 3 days and then work down that list. And then I'm not overwhelmed. I'm not intimidated, and I get the stuff done. Okay. Tip number 3, you need to focus on the benefits of completing that particular task rather than the effort it takes or the effort that is required for you to complete the task. So just like I explained, the process of just completing one podcast episode, I don't focus on all the tasks and the many tasks that it's going to take me to get from point A to point B all the way to Z with just one podcast episode. What I focus on is the benefits of me completing this podcast episode so that, number one, it's going to benefit my guests that took the time to be interviewed. Number 2, it's going to benefit my audience because they're coming to be entertained and also they're coming to learn. Number 3, it's also building people who are outside of my network that maybe watch or listen to my show. And it creates the potential, number 4, for me to be able to collab, affiliate, get sponsorships, partnerships that I would not have got had they not seen my body of work and see the consistency that we produce with our shows. Okay. It gets you noticed. It opened up doors for you. And so I think about all of the benefits that comes from it. And then at the end of the day, I really enjoy what I do. And so seeing the end product just make me feel good, especially when it airs and then everybody watch it and they reach out and they be like, man, that was good. I didn't even know that. Thank you for that resource. And even the guests, it boosts their confidence because now they went from just sharing their content on their pages to now sharing it on our stuff. And now they're reaching 350 million households. And now their content, their business, their mission is now in 140 countries. So it just really made me feel really, really good to be able to provide that type of access for the people that come either on my show or they come on the CTR Media Network. So I tend to focus on the benefits of me completing the task and not only how it benefits me, but how it benefits the people involved. So how can you accomplish, this procrastination spirit? Number 1, we got to go back to old school. We do too much stuff on the digital. I mean, and I know I use it all the time too, but for certain things, I have to write them down. So I encourage you to write down the task and break it into three smaller actions or three smaller groups, depending upon how large the task is. And you take on as many tasks as you can within a day that you can manage properly and don't get yourself overwhelmed. Hello, Alexander. Hello. I think that's Javahar. Well, if I said it wrong, said your name wrong, I'm sorry. But welcome, welcome, welcome to the live. And now we're going to do some stretch. So just imagine if you doing these tests, but then you still find it difficult, right? So now I'm going to give you some strategies on how you can beat this procrastination. Tip number one, use the 2-minute rule. If you take a task and it's less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Don't wait saying I'm going to get to it later. You go ahead and do it then, and you do the 2-minute rule. Don't you let 2 minutes stop you. You go ahead and start working on that task. Now, it may take you longer than 2 minutes to complete, but the thing is, you don't want to waste too much time in between, because the longer you wait, the more likely you're not going to complete that task or even get started. Tip number two. Now, this is what I do, and it works excellent. You may think 25 minutes is not a lot of time, but 25 minutes, when focused and intentional, you can get a lot done. So I set a timer for 25 minutes and I work on that task until the timer goes off. It's called block scheduling. I work on it. I'm totally hyper focused on that. I turn my phone off. I turn notification off on social media. I'm just focused on that particular step within that task, that I am working intentional and directly on that task for 25 minutes straight. And then once the timer goes off, I usually take a break, maybe 5-10 minutes in between, to go check messages, emails, or go get something to eat, a snack. And then I set the timer again for 25 minutes. So it's 25 minutes on working focus, 5-10 minutes break, 25 minutes working, 5-10 minute break. And that is what I keep doing. I get so much done within those 20 minutes when they're focused and intentional than I have ever did when I just sat down and say, oh, I'm going to get this done. I be sitting down maybe about an hour or two, don't even realize the time had went by. And I'm like, I'm still not finished. When I do the 25-minute break interval, man, I get a lot done. So if you're having difficulty getting through tasks, you start a mini task, but you just don't complete them, try the time blocking. That may work for you, because it worked for me very well when one of my previous coaches introduced this to me. I was like, I'm not doing it. 20 minutes on, 25 minutes on, 5-10 minutes, but that's just, I'm not doing that. But then I said, you know what, I'm gonna try it. And I'm telling you, it did amazing for me. Tip number three, when you finish a task, no matter if it's a task within a task, you need to reward yourself after completing it, because it was a challenge for you to do it. So give yourself a little reward. Maybe you're taking you a little break. Maybe you're going to take a break and watch a little episode of or something to make you smile. Listen to some music. Treat yourself to a lunch. Whatever it is that you want to do to build that positive reinforcement for you, then that's what you need to do when you're trying your best to beat procrastination. Staying consistent is our last step that we're going to talk about today. So procrastination, sad to say, can be you can be consistent in being a procrastinator, or you can be consistent in consistently getting your tasks done. The choice is yours. But we want you to stay consistent on not being a procrastinator. It's going to happen. Everyone procrastinates from time to time. But I'm talking about when you are consistently procrastinating more than you're getting through your tasks. So how can you stay consistent once you start working on these tips and strategies to help you kick out this procrastination spirit? Tip number one, schedule specific times for important tasks to build a routine. Tip number two, track your progress so that you can stay motivated, so that you can see how much you have accomplished, and that can encourage you to keep going. And tip number three, Hold yourself accountable by sharing your goals with someone that you have trust in or confidence in. Accountability partner can do wonders for you because now you have someone that's overseeing, that's going to be asking you, did you finish XYZ? And it's going to help you be able to get through that procrastination spirit. So I hope this helped you guys as because we're in February now, mid-February, and what tends to happen is that December, after Christmas is over with, you get into the new year, new you mentality in January. And you be like, "Ooh, I'm gonna do all these amazing things. I'm gonna lose this weight. I'm gonna start this business. I'm gonna get this promotion at my job. I'm going to get on honor roll for school," because we do have some young people that listen to us too. So I want to just acknowledge them. Whatever the case may be, right? And you're so filled with hope and inspiration and motivation in January. And even the first week or so of February, you feel pretty good. But boy, when we get past that 2.5 or 2 week period of February, we start shrinking back. We start getting back to our old habits. We start not feeling as motivated. We start, if you're on a diet, you start cheating on your diet, or you may not be going to the gym. You're not studying like you need to do. You're not working towards your goals for the business. You're not trying to really get that promotion anymore. You're like, oh, it's too much of a headache. I'll just go ahead and keep the job that I have. You start getting less motivated as the year goes on. And so what I want you to do is use these tips and strategies to get you back motivated, because procrastination is really the enemy of progress. Okay. And everybody deals with it because at the end of the day, no matter what goals or aspirations you have, you always going to have something that's going to come in and creep in that's going to change your mind, change your perspective on things, because life happens. When you made out your plan, your hopes, your dreams, your goals, it was without any problems, any variables that can kind of throw you off. So many people don't think about it. When you plan stuff and you want to do things, you're not thinking about all the mishaps that can happen within you trying to complete those goals. You're just thinking about, oh my God, I'm going to do this right here. I got this vision. I wrote it down. I made it plain. I'm going to do this and it's going to be amazing. And oh, yes, I'm so excited, right? And then you get started, and then someone gets sick, or you get sick, or you lose a job, or maybe someone you love passed on, or maybe you're going through a breakup, or something, you had something that come up that is a big financial burden to you, that you have to purchase a new vehicle, or maybe you have to have an unexpected move or something. It could be anything that kind of throw you off your routine. I need you and that's another thing that will cause you to procrastinate, because life be lifing. So as you are going through to try to kick this bad habit of procrastination, I need you to also give yourself grace and also be flexible with your scheduling, flexible with your goal making, because understand that no matter how well prepared you are and detailed you are with any task, any goal, that you need to always allow flexibility in that dream, in that structure, because things are going to happen. It's just part of life. Things are going to happen. And so when those things happen, you need to give yourself grace, but also have you a plan B. So as they're happening, you may not can complete the task as fast as you normally would, but the goal is not to stop working. You keep working at your goal. You keep working at whatever it is you do. You may have to change your pace from going super fast to more slowly, but the goal is stay consistent, regardless of whatever it is that you're going through. no matter how bad your body, how bad you want to procrastinate and just throw your hands up and give up, I need you to just stay focused. I need you to just keep on working. Even if you get done with one little task a day, at least you did something. Or maybe you completed a half of one task. At least you got half of it done. Get the other half done tomorrow. Do not allow procrastination to end your progress. Take the first steps today to build your momentum for whatever your success that you want to have. Everything that you desire, everything that you want, everything that you have the will to do, you can have it. You can have it. It don't matter about, oh, I can't have that because I don't have enough education. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. It's many of us that are not college educated. Mm-hmm. And some of us are college educated, but we're doing things that's not even what we went to school for. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. You just have to keep working and figure it out and find some. If you can't figure it out, find someone who already have the answers and get it from them. Sometimes you have to pay them. Sometimes they'll mentor you for free. Whatever the case is, you can do it. So on this Monday, people, do not allow procrastination to creep into your life and become a regular resident. When you have that um, feeling of procrastination, you just kick that procrastination out. This is the season for you to keep working, keep pushing towards your goals in order to achieve whatever it is that your level of success is. Okay, and remember, success don't always deal with money. It can deal with self-fulfillment. It can deal with want to have joy and happiness in your life. It can be you want to pay out student loans or a certain debt, and that gives you joy. Whatever it is that give you joy and happiness, you strive to have that. Okay, you strive to have that at the end of the day, because you can have whatever it is that you want as long as you put forth effort in order to accomplish it. On that note, you guys have a great, amazing rest of the day. This has been Morning Motivation with CTR Media Network. If you like this content and so much more, then what I want you to do is go download our CTR Media Network app today for absolutely free. You can go to our website at ctrmedianetwork.com and you can click that big red button. Yeah, that big red button that say free TV. You can click that button and you can be able to watch all of our content for free. We actually have some of our top channels that I'm going to share with you on today. Our top channel for CTR Media Network, we recognize the top channels on our TV side along with the shows that's on that particular channel. So what CTR Media Network is, we're a podcast and TV streaming distribution platform that independent creators create their content, and we provide access to television, that direct them to podcasting, and put their content all over social media within our vast network reaching 350 million households. So the number one channel for the month of February is the Self Improvement TV channel. And on that channel, we have the Kim Jacobs Show, Sweet Blessings, the Anna L. Brothers Show, Empower, Emerge and Empower TV, and we have Unapologetically Divorced Show. So the Self Improvement channel is all about self-improvement. They bring on various different guests that help you with everything in life. They will even talk about entrepreneurship. They talk about overcoming trauma. They talk about positivity. They talk about a lot of different things that will help you with self-improvement. And on that channel, the number one show is the Kim Jacobs Show. Next, number two, the top channel, the second most viewed channel on CTR Media Network is the Community Outreach and Nonprofit TV channel. So it's all about what's going on in your community, what's outreach and what's going on, different nonprofits that you can connect with in order to obtain resources. And we have generational turnaround, and we have nonprofit CEO show on that particular channel. And the number one show on that particular channel, which is the community outreach and nonprofit TV, is generational turnaround. Next, we have our third channel, top channel, CTR Media Network, which is the entertainment, politics, and lifestyle TV. So the content creators on this channel, they talk a little bit about entertainment. They have celebrities on their show. They also have talk about politics, how they're feeling about different things, and overall lifestyle, what's going on in the life and the life of obtaining wealth, the life of obtaining self-worth, right? They talk about all these different topics. Now, the shows that are actually on that particular channel is the Michael Finkley Show, which is a Grammy nominated. The host is a Grammy nominated host. He also has multiple awards for his talk show. And he just got finished. Michael Finkley just got finished going to the Grammys because he's nominated, and plus he's on tour. It's a lot going on. He just got finished with Jennifer Hudson and all that good stuff. Y'all got to go watch it. Then we have Men Can't Always Be Wrong podcast. We have Broadcasting with Boss Lady Star. We have Be Unforgettable Morning Show, and we have Tupac's Save the World, and that is a dual hosted show from two veterans. So they really gets into the politics of things and what's really going on in the now, in the moment, within government and everything like that on their show. And they are part of the military, so it's kind of neat seeing their perspective as being a veteran and one being active in duty, hearing their perspective. And the number one show on the entertainment, politics, and lifestyle TV is the Michael Finkley Show. So make sure to go check those out. Our app and watching on television is absolutely free. It's absolutely free. That is our way of giving back to the community. And those are not all the channels that's on our platform. Those are just the top 3 performing channels on our network. So we have more than one channel that is on the network. And I'm looking it up right now so I can give you a rundown of the channels that we have. So we have the Herpreneur Network channel, which is currently have the Christian Convo Show. We have Audio Wave AI podcast, which is very unique because we're innovative with AI technology. And so you can listen in on various different podcast episodes from that. We have Authors and Speaker TV, where you will get to know the authors who wrote the books that you have grown to know and love. And we also gonna have some more content with various different speakers sharing their winning speeches with you. We have Homeschool and STEM TV. This is all about homeschooling and education. So we have the Flourish Homeschooling Conference and Events. We have Homeschooling Mom of 8. We have Simply View Academy, and we have CTR Homeschooling Podcast. We have Grateful and Hopeful TV, which is our Christian-based channel that all the information that you're going to get is going to be from a biblical perspective. So we have Wings of Wisdom with Virginia. We have Wisdom Tips with Dr. Connie Green. And with Dr. Shirley, we have Mosaic Voices from the Community. Next, we just have a new show that we launching today on the Community Outreach and Nonprofit TV channel, which is the Collective Experience, the Brown Girl Experience. So you can check that out. We have Financial Wealth and Credit TV, which you can learn all about your finances and credit. More content coming soon. We have Entrepreneurship and Career Development TV. So this is the channel if you want to explore entrepreneurship, or maybe you just want to simply do better in the career that you have chosen. We have Thought for Thursday with Dr. Alethea Tucker where she give you great tips and strategies within 20 minutes. We have KBBU University, where it's all about building business the kingdom way. So you're going to learn a lot from that. And of course, you have the Tina Ramsey Show. I don't have all of my episodes up. I just have some of them, but not all of them. You'll just have to look on our Facebook page and all that to see the bulk of everything. Um, then we have events and workshop TV. This particular channel is all about putting various different events that where you can learn from the various different speakers, learn different things. Like we have learn how to start your podcast from scratch, where I'm actually teaching you real time how to start your podcast from scratch. Okay. You can literally watch it today and start your podcast today. Normally, that is a paid service, but I'm doing this for free as our give back. Then we have our podcasting event. Again, history, music. You're gonna see music videos. You're gonna see little short films, little short music. You're gonna see a lot of different things, and everything is not AI. Some things are Muppets. We have Muppets on this channel. So you can go and enjoy that. And then we have Pod TV, which is our last channel, which is a collective of multiple different shows that may not be on our other channels, but this channel is basically for individuals who may not be a part of CTR with our membership program, but they pay to have space for us to put their content on this particular channel. So, with that being said, you guys go in and enjoy all of this content, which we're gonna have more content, fresh new content this week as well. We just added some yesterday. We're gonna be adding some more throughout the week. Go ahead and take advantage of all of this amazing content, and we truly appreciate all the support. We are going to be sending you guys out various different little emails very soon to kind of engage with you via email, some different little things that we're going to offer and provide for you through the email, through our newsletters that is not offered to the general public. You have to be on our email list in order to receive it. Okay. And so we're working on some cool things behind the scenes. You guys just have a great, amazing rest of the day. Normally, I don't go that detailed into what's on the network, but hey, I was moved to do so. Go ahead, check it out, and thank you so much. And remember, this is not the time to procrastinate. This is the time to be consistent and intentional on working out your dreams and your aspiration. I'm Dr. T.J. Ramsey, the host of Morning Motivations on CTR Media Network. And you guys have a great, amazing top of your week. Talk to you later. Bye.
Here's why you need to tune in right now.